Hi everyone, we are Teacher Yara's R2 English class, and today we are going to talk about Ontario, Canada. Our presentation is divided into 5 topics, being the history, tourist hotspots, cuisine, curiosities, and celebrities. To start, we will talk about the history.
In 1867, the province of Ontario was born, known for its natural beauty and for being home to Canada's largest city, Toronto, and the largest tourist center, Niagara Falls. Its name derives from a lake with the same name, of indigenous origin, which can be translated as Bright Waters or Wonderful Lake. Ontario is located in the Midwest of Canada and is the most populous province in the country, besides being the second largest in total area, only behind Quebec. The vast majority of the population is located in the south, while the larger part of the north is least populated and highly forested, with cold winters.
Ethnic sites. The first people were the indigenous people who inhabited the banks of the rivers. From 1639, the Europeans settled in the province and began the exploration. Languages. Ontario's primary language is English, which is also the de facto official language of the province. There is also a French-speaking population concentrated in parts of the province, northeast, east, and the extreme south of the province. Religions. In 2011, the largest religious denominations in Ontario were the Roman Catholic Church, the United Church of Canada, and Anglican Church.
The coat of arms was incorporated into the symbol of the province and is fed by shield. The medal and animals that separate symbolize the region wildlife. I'll symbolize the province, your relation with English, with the medal of loyal begin and loyal you are reigning. The flag of the province, the coat of arms is represented in its right corner, and the flag of English in the left corner. Toronto is the capital of Ontario, with mean meeting points in the international language. Located on the shores of Lake Ontario, Canada, lest the city is meeting point of cultural business, art and history, and offers tourists widening its geographical position in addition to roasting the tallest freestanding vehicle extracting the road, CN Tower.
Now, let's talk about some ulterior sites.
Toronto is enchanting, with an efficient transportation system, welcome residents, and incredible culture. The city has several tourist attractions, shopping centers, festivals, is safe, organized, and clean. This is a reflection on desire to know more and more about the place, to want to stay longer and also return. And as the list of tourist attractions in Toronto is large, it is worth planning to not miss city's main attractions. The CN Tower, opening in 1978, is the most important tourist spot in Toronto and one of the best known in all of Canada. The communication tower is 553 meters high and has therefore been considered the tallest tower in the world for 44 years. Currently, it is the third largest and is a must-see for anyone in the city. CN Tower offers a glass-enclosed lookout area, an open area with a fence to protect visitors, a small crowded area with a glass floor, from where you can see the city at your feet, and 360 restaurant, a revolving restaurant from which you can have a complete review of the city during a meal. During the night, the tower receives illumination that can be seen from the outside. The color of the tower light are changed and it is very beautiful. Ripley's Aquarium of Canada is a fantastic and huge aquarium which has 9 galleries surrounded by the most diverse animals of the aquatic universe. Ripley's aquarium has great attraction, such as tanks with unique fish species in Canada, Planet Jelly, an aquarium with varied jellyfish, and the Shoreline Gallery, where you can touch small sharks and stingrays. Undoubtedly, one of the most famous attractions of the place is the Dangerous Lagoon, a giant aquarium that has a moving walkway inside a glass tunnel. In this activity, visitors stand on the mat while admiring the animals up close. The aquarium has several more interactive shows and activities, such as swimming with a stingray or spending a night there, for example.
Saloma is a museum and brand in the upper city of Toronto, brought like a new romantic castle. Originally, the former residence of the famous Sir Henry, it is now a tourist attraction in the city of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where parades release such as furniture, antique electronics, tableware, tapestries, and artifacts are on display. Decoration a journal throughout time. They are islands in Lake Ontario formed by the action of a hurricane that passed through the region and modified a woody sandbank. After the archipelago formed, it became attraction in the city. Today, it is one of the main tourist spots and ideal destination for a family weekend.
Distillery District. The Distillery District is a former 19th century whiskey industry that has been transformed into entertainment venue with plenty of restaurants, bars, shops, cafes, theater and art galleries. There is no denying that the distillery is super tourist, but at the same time, it's impossible not to fall in love with this immaculate restaurant and a delightful place to stroll at any time of day. Royal Ontario Museum. The Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto draws attention in every respect. It is one of the main museums in Toronto in Canada. On the outside, it has a wonderful mirrored facade with a super modern and innovative design. Inside, it has a super complete collection with exhibitions on art, archaeology, and science. There are more than 6,000 objects related to themes such as universal culture and natural history. Among meteorites, skeletons, and dinosaur replicas, you can spend hours on admiring its collection. With more than 100 years old and a mix of classical and futuristic architecture, this museum in itself is a tourist attraction.
Now we will talk about cooking.
Knowing the culinary and tasting the main typical dishes of the place is as important as walking around the city or visiting the main attractions. Ontario cuisine is continually influenced by immigrants, which makes different dishes stand out different times of years. Now, discover some typical dishes of the region.
Poutine as a food originating from Quebec Whereas Wendley some and sold to origin country. Each made of potato chips, waffle, cheddar cheese, cookies, or just made cheese. Top waffles as a cheese. In Ontario, some restaurants that serve delicacy, waffle meeting, and story shows.
Butter tarts are desserts with a very simple dough made only with flours, butter, and sugar. They thin has butter, sugar, eggs, and more optional ingredients, which can be apple, pumpkin, walnuts, raisins, or blueberries. They can be found in the various coffee shops and in every supermarket in the province.
Now we are going to tell you some facts about Ontario.
Ottawa is considered one of the best places to live in Canada. French cuisine dominates the city, and you can find cultural, gastronomic, education, fun, and historical tours.
Ontario is the most populous province among all 10. Ottawa, capital of Canada, is located in Ontario, and its name derived from Lake Ontario.
The classic scenes from the Woodpecker cartoon, where men throw themselves from Ontario's Niagara Falls, is inspired by the acts of Annie Taylor, who was the first woman to go down Ontario's Niagara Falls in a barrel in 1906 at 63 years old.
Now we present a celebrity from Ontario, named Keenan Charles Reeves. Nationalities: American, Canadian, Lebanese. Birth: September 2, 1964, Beirut, 57 years old. Story 4 Art of Careers. 17 films and series released. Keanu Reeves is a Canadian actor known for his acclaimed film work including The Matrix, John Wick, and Speed Max. He was born in Beirut but lived in Sydney, Australia and New York. He eventually became a naturalized Canadian, where he lived from the age of 7. He began acting as young in the local theatre by participating in some plays. In 1997, Keanu Reeves starred in the biggest film of his career, the science fiction mega-production "Matrix". Directed by the Wachowski, "Matrix" revolutionized the science fiction genre at the time and established Reeves as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Keanu also participated in the two sequels released in 2003 and will return for the third half of the franchise, scheduled to premiere in 2021.